Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. Yeah, my friends, I give you here an update on ticker GPRO. GoPro, guys, is the stock. We have here a very interesting squeeze potential, squeeze constellation, also comparable with AMC stock here back in 2021. So I give you here a comparison about the Fintel setup, what we have here. And of course, I let you know all the price levels to the upside and the downside and why I expect here a breakout to happen. This is of course not financial advice, guys. This is my opinion based on the chart, guys. Yeah, ticker GoPro, or the ticker symbol is GPRO. I think everybody knows the stock. I made already here a couple of videos about this ticker, and when I released my first videos here on this stock, GoPro made already here a 100% move. We can measure that here. The shakeout was here, as for almost every stock in the market, guys. 7 and 8 of April was a market shakeout, and you can see that GoPro recovered by 158%. I will show you all the price levels. Why is the stock so interesting, guys? So when you see the chart, yeah, we are here in the weekly chart. That looks not good, guys. Yeah, we have just the downside momentum here from $6.57. We dropped all the way down to 39 cents, guys. Very dangerous. And as you all know, or if you don't know, this stock is trading on the NASDAQ here. And if this ticker wants to stay listed at the NASDAQ, we need a price above $1. If this ticker here trades for 20 consecutive business days below $1, an automatic delisting process gets initiated. It doesn't mean that this ticker get delisted, but they have to do something to regain NASDAQ compliance. So GoPro should better go back above $1 and stay there. And we're trading now here at 74 cents. And this is the reason also why I give you this update video here. Yeah, guys, 300 to 400% squeeze potential is what I expect here for the stock based on the technicals. If you ask why, when we see the history here of GoPro, the chart does not look good, guys. Yeah, we start to trade here in 2014. Had a spike here from $28 to $98, and that's it, guys. Sayonara. We just came down here, and that does not look good. But in between, yeah, we had here one let's say recovery process or momentum that the stock wanted to squeeze. And guess what, guys? That was also here from March 2020 until March 2021. So in the same time range here, also AMC stock, if you don't know the history of AMC stock, guys, AMC had its big momentum here in January 2021. That was the initial short squeeze for AMC, also for GameStop, and you can see that also GoPro started to profit from that. And in total, you have not, of course, here a massive squeeze like AMC, but we still had a 590% squeeze. Why do I say that? Because the market setup which we have right now is in the absolute same constellation. We are in a super bullish market, and you can see that all the big tech stocks creating all-time highs, Bitcoin creating all-time highs, guys. So we have the momentum, the constellation to see that happen again for GoPro, guys. And as you can see, so now I enable my drawings that you understand the chart setup. Nothing changed if you have already seen my previous videos, guys. And this is where we are right now. Here I also marked when I released videos on GoPro are the yellow lines here, guys. Yeah, very important. I have a lot of short squeeze stocks here in my pocket, so I always try to predict short squeezes. GoPro had its shakeout. I mentioned that here back in March 2025. I released my first video on GoPro where I mentioned this algo demand zone, which is between 50 and 75 cents. So this is the zone which I calculated where the market makers buy the dip. And yes, guys, we had the market shakeout here April 7, and since then, as I showed you before, GoPro recovered from that by 158%. This is why I say squeezes are very predictable. GoPro has a nice setup for a short squeeze. I show you that in a second here. But what I also want to show you guys, so if this ticker still maybe needs some time to squeeze, I always make here short squeeze and breakout predictions on Patreon. We had two big squeezes this week, guys. In one day, we had two short squeezes. One stock squeezed here 150% 5 days after my prediction. So I also released here the video on Patreon. Also the same here like for GoPro. I decided the algo demand zone where I think the stock will start to squeeze after touching the zone. We had here one candle, guys. One day after my release here, boop, we touched this price box here and boom, had our 153% squeeze. That was not a coincidence. We had the same on the same day again. This time this ticker squeezed 2 days after my prediction, but both tickers squeezed 1st of July. You can also see I released the video here, guys. The green box was already here in play. Then I released the video, and you can see that this ticker also squeezed 166% 2 days after my prediction, guys. If you want to see my secret short squeeze plays and breakout stocks, you can join us here on Patreon. The full package membership is my most popular membership, where every day new members joining in, guys. We are a very big and fast growing community. You not only get access here to my breakout and short squeeze stocks, also to my trading tutorials and my member FAQ section. So if you don't know how to start trading, if you want to learn trading, I have a lot of tutorials and content available there for beginners and advanced traders. So if you want to join in, the link patreon.com/blackbelttrader is also available here in the video description. So guys, for GoPro, let's check the numbers here and Fintel before we talk about the squeeze price goals here. So GoPro has now a short interest of 10%, 13 million, almost 14 million shares are short. 10% short interest, guys, is not too high, but it's also not too low. The float is very interesting because we have here a float of just 127 million shares. I said that we can compare this with AMC. The float is just 127 million shares, which is very low, and 10% of the float is short. So when we check now what happened with AMC, back here, this is, by the way, AMC, guys, the Fintel data for AMC. I know there are still people in the internet who don't believe in Fintel numbers, guys. These numbers are correct. They update their numbers twice a month, so there can be some lack of information, but we have here the numbers from 2021. The float for AMC was bigger than the float for GoPro, was 224 million shares, and the short interest was 19%, so twice as big. But of course the float was also bigger, and you know that AMC made a massive squeeze to 70, I think $72 was the pre-split price, and also from $1 something they started to squeeze. So very interesting, guys. GoPro is now trading here at 74 cents. As I said, the insiders here, or the owners of GoPro, they have to drive the price back above $1. But why this stock caught my interest here is that we have here a very, very nice short squeeze setup, guys. We're trading here in a trend channel pattern, which is respected by the trading algos, and the thing is that we cannot touch this bottom trend line here anymore. So if we draw here a white trend line, which is supporting the price, you can see that GoPro would end up in the minus. So I zoom in for you guys here. So we cannot touch this price level here anymore. What does that mean? That we have to decide a direction, and usually after a stock is drawing out like that, that is the momentum where we can see a potential short squeeze. So the only resistance which we have is this orange trend line here. So I extended here, guys, the middle trend line here of this trend line. So we have a wedge pattern, but we cannot touch this wedge pattern here to the downside anymore. And that is the reason for me, personally, not financial advice, why I think GoPro could make here a massive move very, very soon. You see, we have not that much time left here. Of course, the stock can also go lower than 47 cents, or in that case here 39 cents. This is possible, but there is not that much time anymore where we have this resistance here. You can see when we would see here a price action like that, then latest here in August, there have to be a decision, or the market makers have to drive the price down. Since the market is bullish, and since the market shakeout was in April, here 7th of April, GoPro recovered from that. That's why I am much more bullish than bearish here on the stock. So guys, what needs to happen, or what are my price goals? I mentioned that I see here a short squeeze potential, or let's call it an algo squeeze potential without a short squeeze, of 300 to 400%, because we have here the algo landing zone, which I calculated is waiting at $2.94. Based on the actual price which we have, that would mean we have here a breakout potential of 300%. But this is just an algo squeeze based on today's price. So if GoPro goes lower here, back in the 50-cent range, let's measure that from here, then we have here a breakout potential of already 500%. But of course, this is not yet a short squeeze. This is just an algo squeeze. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, guys, GoPro did the similar thing already here back in 2020. Yeah, guys, make your own due diligence. I cannot give you any financial advice here. We have here a squeeze trigger price level of $8.66. So when I just see the flat blank chart here for the stock, guys, I think we could maybe, maybe we don't start to see here a bullish reversal, but we always have these spikes here, and I think the let's call it the momentum, or if you see that here in trading periods, yeah, in fractals or whatever you want to call it, guys, I think it is time, since the price have been drove down so much, I think that it's time to see one more spike before maybe GoPro goes lower again and has to maybe do a reverse stock split. The difference between GoPro and AMC is that the market capital is now very low here at $119 million. They will not survive here at the Nasdaq for a long period of time. That's why maybe they have to get some extra capital, which means they have to dilute the stock. And if they dilute when the price is below $1, that could cause, of course, later a reverse stock split. But for now, if the momentum is kicking in, I think we can see here recovery of the price and even a potential short squeeze, guys. Very interesting stock. Yeah, as I said, please make your own due diligence. If you want to copy here the price goals, guys, from my chart, this is everything based on TradingView. I will zoom out for you guys. So this is what we have. So the actual support zone is here between 75 cents and 50 cents. And my personal landing zone, what I calculated, is waiting here between $2.80 and $2.94. But as I said, that we could see here even a bigger squeeze for GoPro. If you also want to draw charts like that, guys, then you can get advantage here of my TradingView discount link. So this is TradingView, what you see here. This is the program what I use for all my videos and all my trades. If you want, guys, get the premium tier today and use the discount link, which is available here in the video description. And as I mentioned before, if you want to see my brand new breakout stocks short squeeze plays, which I always post here on Patreon, guys, the brand new video will be available very, very soon for the next week. Then join us here, patreon.com/blackbelttrader. My friends, that was the update on GoPro. Thank you so much. I wish you a great 4th of July. May the 4th be with you guys. Independence Day. So yeah, keep it real. Thank you for your loyal support and see you in the next video. Arigatou gozaimasu. Vielen Dank. Alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.